Hello plastic model builders, this is Ari Stone with Plastic Model Builder, and this is part 2 of the Tamiya 1/48 scale Lightning, the P-38F/G. What we are going to be doing in this video is assembling the top portion of the fuselage, putting in the ball bearings and other stuff. So what you see me doing right now, I am black basing part of the fuselage, painting it with the Chromate Green. That way it appears kind of dirty and old. You just kind of go with light coats on there, and you see how that black kind of shines through on the rivets and things like that. We have this little area as well right here, which is going to house the front wheel. And then you have your canopy right here. Since I have my Chromate Green out, you may as well paint some of that stuff on there. You got to make it look pretty. It's model making madness. So what we're doing here, this is part of the front landing gear. We're going to assemble all this good stuff. We're going to put it together. We're going to paint it, make it look pretty again. More model making madness. Make sure you put your glue on the front and the back sides. You want this to hold together very well. This is going to get sprayed in aluminum type of color. We have this piece right here. This is the front nose. Two different versions for that piece depending on if you're doing an F or a G. So this is the piece that it told me to use, so that's the one I picked. That's per the instructions, of course. Here you see me, I'm painting on a white primer, painting everything, going to make it all silver once this is done, and it will look pretty. You see here, that's also the top. So now we're painting the silver color. You can see how it just kind of floats on in there. Looks really pretty. Go really light with it and then just kind of thicken it up however you need to do it. And you see where that wheel is going to fit inside of there. It works out good. You just kind of stick it right up in there. So that's what it looks like. We'll let those dry. We'll set it to the side and we'll work on some other stuff. So keep on watching. We have to drill some holes right here. These are for your tanks, so pay attention. That way you know which tank goes where. There are two different sides, I believe, to this. So just like I said, pay attention. This here is getting like an olive type of green color. Can't remember what this is for, but it goes up inside everything. So you got that little black dot that you got to paint per the instructions. This right here is the side of the cockpit. Once everything goes together. Actually, that's not the side of the cockpit. That's the underside of the wheel well. So here, this is the front wheel well right here. Got to put this piece down in there that fits in like that. Glue everything down. You can see this is where the wings are going to go. Now you got this piece right here. Fits on that side. You have to make sure you position this so the wheels will fit in properly. For that piece right there. That goes in like that. Then we're just kind of let this sit, let it dry, then put this piece on, press it down, make sure it's all secure, and that is your wheel well that we have. So you're going to see this goes inside of the aircraft just like that. Glue it down. It's going to look really nice when it's done, I promise you. It's a wonderful aircraft. They did a great job designing this model, especially how that piece goes all the way across. It's a really nice firm base to support everything. So here's this ball bearing. This plane's a tail sitter without that ball bearing. It comes with 3 ball bearings. So mate these surfaces together, glue them. There is no engine in this kit to see. That way you can fit the ball bearing and it does a tail sit. So that would be a disadvantage, as if, you know, you could put an engine in, maybe you'd have to fill it with stuff, but they didn't do that here for that strict purpose. At least I believe that's what the purpose is. So here you see we're mating all these surfaces. This is the wings right here. Put on the flat portion, or the sides. And you see it's looking much like a P-38 now. Put that on there. We're also going to do this part, top of the wing right here, because we did the one side. This right here is the front of the aircraft. Put that on there just like so. goes down. Then you're going to put the nose cone on a little bit later. I haven't done that yet, only because I still need to paint the weapons that go inside of the nose. So you see this right here is the other portion of the wing that goes on there. Just kind of glue it, hold it in. The seams fill in very well. And you see the way this kit goes together, it's hard to not align this stuff properly. They've done a very excellent job with the design of this kit. Here is where flaps will go. This right here is just that rear little panel piece that goes on there. Now the flaps, when I put those on, you don't have to glue all the way in because it's a flap there. So this, you have one of these on each side, just a little covering. And here goes the other one. That's all you have to do, and that one area right there gets a clear piece. This is one of the flaps. You see it's in two pieces. And then you slide it into the aircraft. It'll only go one way, by the way. You can't reverse these things. And you see how that just kind of pushes in there. And there is the end of the wing. You see when I go that, you don't want to actually go all the way to the end because it's a flap. It's not supposed to close down. And I'll show you that right here. See how I just stop? That way it doesn't go to the end. So same thing with this, except I don't have the flap on there, so you can't make that mistake. And here's that other flap. Same thing, just put it on, get all the glue around the sides, just push it down in there. So these are little ports. I drilled those out for each one. There's 4 of these, one on each side, and then the other ones, because these are the engine cowlings and stuff like that, I did not put together the turbochargers inside of this. I do put them together here. They just don't go inside of the plane. The way I wanted to do this, I wanted to paint the turbochargers, not have to worry about masking them off. So I did everything in such a way to where all I had to do was I put this in there, it's glued down. The top portion that goes across, I held that down with some white glue, that way I could just pop it off later. I made sure that inside there was painted, and it made it a lot easier masking wise because all I had to do was put putty in there and then rip the putty out after it was done. So you see these turbochargers, very simple how they get built, and I'll show you that in a different video putting those together. For now, you can see this right here. These are the other portions of the exhausts right here. You see how that goes on, same thing. Just make sure you press it down real good, secure it just like so. More fun stuff. They do have some tiny little pieces here that you do have to put together. And then that little guy right there, it'll hold together, don't worry. So these are part of the intakes and the exhaust system with the radiator and things like that. See how you have to put that together there. It goes gray on the inside. That's why I'm painting the gray right there, because it's see-through, so you want it to at least look halfway decent. And then here we have another portion of the front wheel, goes just like that. Actually, that's not the front wheel, I don't think. I can't even remember anymore. It's been so long since I've done this. But we have our radiators right here that are going together. Each one's a different color. Put that in there, and then this will go inside of the piece that we're going to show you that gets painted silver and a dark gray color. So these right there are the screens for the radiator, that way nothing gets up inside of them. And then you have this one that's tan, more kind of like, because it's old and heated, so that fits perfectly right there. And then you'll put the other one right there. You'll see how this goes. We're going to paint this the dark gray so you can see how this gets done on this one, and of course the other one. You want to avoid the other areas where you put the radiators in, because we'll fit one more in there. The reason I did it this way is that way I don't get paint everywhere. That one I had to be a little bit more careful. This side I do not. I just put it in just as it is. So you see how this all fits in there. It's just like this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like. And as always, until next time, see ya.